New at 6, stimulus checks are on their way or have already arrived to more than 3 million in Wisconsin, including people incarcerated. A policy that was part of the Trump administration and now President Biden. But not everyone thinks prisoners should be allowed to keep that money. My colleague Charles Benson joining me live downtown to talk about a plan by state Republicans to make sure that that money goes to victims who are owed restitution.
Shannon, before a person is sent to a state correctional facility like this one in Milwaukee, it's not uncommon for the courts to order restitution to pay for a victim's medical bills or loss of property. The question for some lawmakers now is, should those stimulus checks be required to go for restitution?
There's no way to know how many people in the state's prison population are getting stimulus checks or what they will do with the money. But newly elected State Senator Julian says stimulus funds should not be benefiting criminals.
There is money coming in that wasn't expected for the criminals, the murderers, rapists, etc., that are locked up, so we can use that money to start paying some restitution to the people that desperately need some help.
The freshman Republican is co-sponsoring a bill that says the COVID recovery rebate going to people incarcerated, quote, shall be applied first to satisfy any restitution the person has been ordered to pay.
This is about ensuring that they get the brand of justice, including the restitution, which is court-ordered. This is no different than garnishing wages.
The third round of stimulus checks in President Biden's American Rescue Plan does not prohibit checks to anyone incarcerated. That was the same policy for the first and second round of checks under the Trump administration. But at that time, the IRS tried to block those payments, but a federal court overruled. State Senator LENA agrees people in prison should have to pay court-ordered restitution, but she sees the Republican effort as unrealistic.
I do have an issue with 100% of the proceeds being used for restitution. I mean, we normally are not able to garnish anyone 100%.
The Milwaukee Democrat says the $1,400 could benefit people in prison when they transition to life after incarceration.
Those dollars that go into their canteens will help for them to be prepared when they get ready to leave. If people don't have housing, they don't have employment, the possibilities of people reoffending are greater. That's what all of the studies, what all the data shows us.
So Charles, what is the Department of Corrections telling you about this now?
So we did some checking and some digging, and the state says that those prisoners or prison accounts, they can use half of that money to go towards restitution. But they tell us out of a prison population of 20,000, less than 3,800 have these restitution accounts. One final note, the first round and the third round of those stimulus checks, they tell us, are eligible for things like restitution or child support. Live in downtown Milwaukee, Charles Benson, TMJ4.
Good to know. Thank you, Charles.